Looks good to me. One shot, one statement.
Really nice. Corner ball, one ball. Looks like a safety of some sort beckons. Maybe he can hide the cue ball behind the 3-5 in some capacity.
When it comes to snooker, Judd Trump would play shots as a matter of second nature. Here he's really deeply got to think.
Oh, he plays the bank. Beautiful. Yeah, it must be interesting for you, Phil, to see Trump in the tank of sorts. And
I've been trying to think of a possible analogy between pool and snooker and the two sports and how they stack up. This might not be a good one, but I think it works to a certain degree. What about the sports of rowing and kayaking?
I like that.
Close, but still some distance apart.
Oh, beautiful there. Didn't even touch the rail, which is customary when one plays snooker, of course, as the pockets are so tight. The table's so big. As many of us know, this is one of the best cue sport practitioners, really, of all time.
Well, I'm preaching to the converted back in the UK. All snooker fans know that Trump in full flow is one of the best ever, and that's not an exaggeration. But to pool fans around the world, let me tell you, this guy is just something else.
Yeah, he has one of the great rhythms of all time. When he gets going, it's that freight train sort of situation. Looks like 2-0 in relatively short order. Very nice clearance here.
Judd Trump wins the second rack.
He won the first rack somewhat fortuitously. He wins the second rack in grand style. Doubles his advantage.
Could actually bet on it in a different country.
Foul shot. That contact ball in it.
Well, it's 3 months and a couple of weeks till Christmas, but that was a gift for Judd Trump.
Let's see what he comes with here, Phil. He could play for the 6-9. He could play for the 6 in a variety of pockets. Curious to see what tickles his fancy. Let's just draw back and play the 6 where he played the 5. Nice stroke there.
Another new experience for Judd Trump this evening here. He's being allowed to wear night trainers. Wouldn't be able to do that in a snooker uniform.
No.
And he's racing around the table with those trainers on into a 3-0 lead.
Okay.
One, we suspected that nothing is going to be safe for him. The thing I'm impressed is that he's breaking off so well. Now, the next aspect, which provides a question, is he able to jump? And if so, how well can he jump?
Right.
Well, there's the answer.
Right. A lot of these guys would have jumped it, already. But I mean, when you can do that, who needs the jump cue? Lovely, Mr. Trump. Round of applause. I mean, that was beautiful.
He's a showman. He loves putting on great exhibitions of shot making, and I'll tell you what, he will be loving this.
Yeah, he really has it all, the game, the style, the presence, and looking like another run out here. Semi from nowhere, as they say, the very difficult one, hooked on the 2, kicks it in. 4-0 is upon us.
Judd Trump wins the race.
Judd Trump in the game. Pool, that is. The jump shot seemed anathema to her.
Yeah. Oh, my. Oh. What a delightful little kick he got off the 7 there. That was really a thing of beauty.
Stick that in the highlight reel. There's a big crowd in tonight. 80%, I would say, are watching this match. And what they're seeing is nothing short of a revelation. Okay, Joe McGehee might not be the most powerful of opponents, but Judd Trump has taken to the world of 9-ball pool like a duck to water. He leads 6-0. A whitewash is impending.
I don't think he has enough to make it in the side, although he's getting right over it, so maybe he does. I'll return safe, and that's lovely there. Wow, my freezes him on the ball, precliviting all sorts of kicks. Beautiful touch there from Trump.
I can't jump that.
I believe it passes by the 9 with no issue. Has to kind of punch the cue ball off the rail, a little bit dicey. Looks like he may have just gotten away with this. Referee keeping a keen eye behind him on the legality of the hit.
Yeah, Marcel Eckhart does not miss a trick.
Certainly awkward. Oh. Oh. Oh, Judd. My goodness.
I said before that he wasn't going to play the exhibition shots towards the end of racks because it's important stuff, but that one was.
Yeah, this guy's just a little different.
8-0 ahead, Judd Trump. He's
right back to about where he's queuing. Back out for the 8.
It's just as though when he's potting balls and he's got a clear sight at them, nothing is difficult.
Inclined to agree. Such a terrific shot maker. Great to see Mr. Trump get his start stateside, Phil. Real pleasure.
Absolutely, Nick. What a start it's been. And indeed, Joe McGehee concedes before the 9-ball goes down. Judd Trump was, to me, a revelation.
Perfect, and this is just so important. He clears the table here. There's just no room for error. You've just got to hold yourself together and make sure these 3 balls disappear. And it doesn't matter if you're a 5-time champion. If you sat in your chair while your opponent's running the balls, it really doesn't matter who you are. Oh, and this is a worrying sign already. And this is what we were saying.
And he looks good, Candela. It's just, it's intense out there. That's part of what one's reputation brings. It induces those little bit of nerves. A little bit awkward here, slightly testy, but grown accustomed to Shane handling this sort of situation. Okay.
So there's the 9-ball from Shane. He steals the rack. This is very key that you stay still on this type of shot. Yeah, he seems to come with some good shot, doesn't he, Nick? And then just has a tendency to just miss that vital ball.
Yeah, you can tell he has a pretty sporty game, but again, daunting to be on the feature table in front of a packed house playing a guy like Van Boening. See if he comes 1-2-3 on our side of the 9, or just comes 1-2 and plays the 6 where he's queuing. Does come with the former. A little bit close to the 9 for his liking, but 2-0 Van Boening is upon us.
So there's the 9 ball. 2 racks to 0. Francesco's got it all to do. The 5-time US Open champion. He's off and running. Deliberate foul.
Just tie something else up or something like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're going to be second favourite against Shane when you're playing tactics, but the worst thing you could do here is if he did try and go for it and foul and break the balls up, like hit the 8 ball.
Oh, that was outstanding.
That is the kick shot of the day.
Yeah, I mean, it really looked like a tall order when he was over it, taking that route. Nicely struck. Spectacle's a fairly rare sight, but we do see it. As you guys can see they're taller at the top, so of course we don't peer over them.
Yeah, this is a tester. This is a lot thinner than the TV camera makes it look, and it's very easy to hit that bottom rail, and on this 4 1/4 inch pocket, he's just not going to slide in. Needs to stay still. This is for your first rack of this year's event. And it did catch the bottom rail, and it stayed up. Another rack for SVB to steal.
Yes, that was foreshadowed well, Carl, and steal it he does. Breaks have gone remarkably well. Cue ball gets away from him a bit, but looks like the balls will set up nicely. 2 hangs in front of the corner. 4 ball finds a home at the very last minute, and the 1 cooperates.
Over on table 2, Dennis Orcollo. Well, he's on the hill, he's leading his opponent 8 racks to 0. He's going to be one of the hot favourites to pick up this title. Phenomenal player from the Philippines. You can actually watch that action on the Matchroom Pool YouTube channel.
Nicely played there from Shane, content to shoot the 3 in the same corner where he pocketed the 1. Affords him natural position to be able to just follow down for the purple 5 ball. Comes up a hair short, might have to go back and forth.
Yeah, the cue ball looked like it jumped up a little bit.
It's a bit odd, right?
I think it had a little bit of a skid there. This is all about cue ball. He needs to send this cue ball. Miss the 6, miss the 9. And back up towards this 6 ball.
Beautifully played.
Yeah, that's a pretty good job, that, from Shane. I mean, of course, before this match, Shane was a big favourite, but Francisco, you know, he's had a few chances. He's got to be sat there thinking, what could have been?
Yeah, it's got to be frustrating for him, because you can tell he knows his way around a pool table, to say the least. But as you said before, if you miss those balls versus a guy like this, it's just over. And just like that, 8-0 is upon us if he can handle this. Handle it he does.
And that's Shane on the hill. 8. He's got to fire at a bank shot here.
Yeah, I mean, easier said than done, but I agree. I don't think we can I think we have to go here if we're Candela. Try to put this one away. Get on the board.
There she
very
goes.
Nice. And a respectful round of applause from the fans. You fancy the corner or the side here, Carl? Just preference.
Oh, I'd be going in the corner.
Yeah.
Big pocket. Well, bigger.
Okay, bravo.
And he's off the board. Nobody wants to see a donut. And even though it's full of USA pool fans, they give him a nice little clap there. He's off the board. It's 8 racks to 1. I think overall it's been a pretty good performance from Shaun. His break looked a little bit wary early on, but then he kind of found his rhythm with it. So I think overall I'll be quite happy.
Yeah, a lot to take away from him, from this match. As you said, kind of found the break, let his stroke out a little bit. And a beautiful start for Shaun. 9-2 winner versus Candela.
Well, SPB is through to round 2. Comfortable win in the end. We'll be back after this short break.
World 9-ball champion in 2004.
Pagulayan wins the rack.
Well, very neat and tidy from Alex Paguilen, just giving his opponent a taste of what is to come.
Around the table. And he didn't want to catch the 9. But at least he's got a shot on this 7. But this is not ideal. He should have been a lot closer to his work. And this is when things can start to go wrong. Go wrong it did. So that is a big opportunity gone from Garrett. He could have tied this match up, and now Alex has got these 3 remaining balls.
He missed a ball to the centre early in this rack, did Paguilen, but he's not going to miss this one. There it is, the form book has been vindicated.
We have 1 extension per rack. And this is the perfect time for the extension. Here you see Alex, the wily old character. He's going to tie this pink 4-ball up. Needs it to slow down, and it hasn't. That is the danger when you're trying to tie a ball up.
Start the clock, please.
If you don't, well, you give a ball in hand up and an open table. So can Gary, well, can he clear the table? Let's have a look. He's got a little bit of angle. The cue ball's going to be, well, I thought it was going to be running into the 9, but he avoided that, but he's missed the pot.
Looks away in disgust there, Cole.
Yeah, it's not the way he played it, but it's actually turned out okay. A few balls come away from the rail, so you can get your cue in nicely. Just needs to stay still. It's a lot better. But it has to be said, he's getting gifted some racks now in this match.
Yeah, similarly to Judd Trump a little earlier, while I thought Trump potted some wonderful balls, he didn't have the stiffest of opposition. And to this point here, it's the same story for Alex Paguilen. One, some meat on the bone in that contest. Well, there's a snooker commentator and a former world snooker champion called Joe Johnson, who on that shot would have said he missed it by a week.
Start the clock, please.
Nowhere near.
You know, the balls are sat nicely for Alex. The 3-ball passes the 7 in the corner, but he's having none of that. He's playing for the side. It's fine as well. This is a case of just connecting the dots. The 8-ball is sat nice for a guaranteed position to the 9. And I think the writing is on the wall for Gary Serrano. He will move over to the left side of the draw. Of course, you get 2 lives. So if you lose your first match, you still got a chance, but going over to the left side of the draw so early, well, you're going to have to play somewhere near, I would guess, around 15 matches, maybe 12 to 15 matches to get through to that final 16. So it's a tall order. It is key you stay on the right side of the draw as long as possible. So this 8.
Earlier this evening we saw Judd Trump's opponent, Joe McGehee, throw in the towel before the winning 9-ball, but Paguilen has the pleasure of potting it.
Right,
But there it is. At 1-1 we thought, could the balls roll in favour